televisions because we're taking you back in time. Tonight, we bring you the music that has shaped our nation and reigned supreme. I'm talking about Motown. Feel free to sing along. Get ready. The party has started because this is American Idol.
Please welcome your judges, Randy Jackson, Steven Tyler, Jennifer Lopez. Please welcome your host, Ryan Seacrest.
Welcome to American Idol. It's Wednesday night. We are live from Los Angeles. This week you have a very important decision in front of you as you decide who makes it into the top 10. And then they head out on their summer tour. So there's a massive amount of pressure on the contestants tonight and huge shoes to fill when it comes to this week's genre. Matter of fact, take a look at this. Roll it, gang. Yeah, give me another from the top. In 1959, a young songwriter, Berry Gordy, borrowed $800 from his family to start one of the most successful studios of all time, Motown Records.
We were at Motown the other day, Barry, as you know, to show you where the whole Motown story gets going each and every day. And there he is, the one and only, the man himself, Mr. Berry Gordy. The best thing in life.
And it was in this humble house in the suburbs of Detroit where history would be made.
2648 West Grand Boulevard, which we named Hitsville. I knew that hits were going to be made there.
This is where Berry Gordy would help to foster and guide his talent and create the Motown sound that was a blend of soul and R&B infused with pop sensibility. A sound personified and perfected by artists like Martha and the Vandellas, the Four Tops, Smokey Robinson and the Miracles, Diana Ross and the Supremes, the Jackson 5, and a 12-year-old virtuoso, little Stevie Wonder. Motown artists dominated the charts, and Motown Records would emerge as one of the most successful labels in music history.
Berry Gordy said, we are not going to make black music. We're going to make music for everybody. And that's what we set out to do.
In a time of great civil unrest for our nation, Motown was able to blur social lines and racially integrate popular music.
We just did music that was music. Everybody was fearless at Motown. All they wanted to do was bring people together.
And they did just that, taking the R&B sound and creating a legitimate genre, producing one of the most influential music movements this country has ever heard.
The artists from Motown, easily some of the best singers ever in popular music. These are songs that capture almost a renaissance moment in American culture.
There isn't a pop song or an urban song or a dance song or a club song that doesn't have some kind of homage back to Motown.
It really has inspired me to become a songwriter and producer. I mean, I think some of my chops really come from the Motown sound.
And this week, your top 11 contestants are charged with mastering that sound. But to do that, they'll have to understand where it came from and where they can take it.
Berry Gordy opened a window that became the sound of the entire country and eventually the sound of the world.
Just to illustrate Motown's impact on music, they had over 400 songs chart on the Billboard Hot 100 and over 50 #1 hits. Randy Jackson, how are you, buddy? Good to see you this evening, my friend. I'm excellent. Why has this music stood the test of time?
Ryan, because, you know, it's what he said. It was fearless, it was original, and it was music for all people that brought people together. I mean, just the amount of hits. Every time I watch this, it re-inspires me, and I've been doing this a long time. I mean, this was inspirational music that is just great legends about it, man.
Yeah, you
It's
make
so
a good
great.
point. You are old. You've been doing this a long time.
I haven't, Ryan. Ryan's been doing this as long as I have. Let me let you know that.
Jennifer, what do you want to see from the contestants tonight as we gear up?
You know, Motown has so many great songs, you really can't go wrong, you know, so I'm sure they all picked amazing songs, and so they have that to work with. But, you know, you want them to make it their own. You want them to really see them as an artist shine through and who they are and what they represent. Take these great melodies and lyrics and do them.
Mr. Tyler, how did the music at Motown... You have a fan club this evening. How did the music, the Motown music, affect you growing up?
You know, it was as big a wave as the English invasion, Motown, and it just made me want to, you know, make out with girls back then. You know, it was the rhythm of the kiss.
I think you did more than just make out. I believe I saw Liv in the audience somewhere. So
There she is. Liv
Tyler, everybody. Liv, we'll need earmuffs for part of this show, I think. Yeah, it's live. Let's bring out the individuals who've been rehearsing around the clock in order to win your affections. Get on your feet. You're top 11, America. Tonight, we're going to start things off with a very dapper looking. Take a look at him, Casey Abrams, ladies and gentlemen.
Heard Through the Grapevine by Marvin Gaye. It was done 1967 at Hitsville, USA, Studio A. So many famous songs have been done there.
How do you feel about the Motown thing?
I feel the most comfortable. I don't know. I was raised with a lot of that stuff.
Oh, I bet you're wondering how I knew.
Last week, Casey did something adventurous. He did a Nirvana song. That's a hard thing to do. The judges felt that on the chorus, he was too screechy and a little too hard.
Now, don't do it just about it. Like, when you overdo it, that's when you start to lose the control. But if you keep it like that, just about to lose, and I'm just about to lose. You know what I mean?
So contain it more?
Yeah, contain it and just be chill with it.
I need to harness that energy instead of just letting it all happen at once, and that's where the screech and the growl just kind of explodes.
I'm just about to lose, and I'm just about to lose, and I'm just about to lose my mind.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah. Have control and excitement and passion at the same time. That's what makes winners winners and great singers great singers.
Let's unleash the beast with I Heard It Through the Grapevine. Put your hands together for Casey Abrams.
Between the two of us guys, you know I love you more. It took me by surprise.